a beautiful garden, it becomes a bushy garden. It won't be attractive. So if you want anything to give you a shape, number one, you must have the picture of that shape. You must tend that thing towards that shape, because nothing on its own is going to form a shape. It's you that form a shape. Clothes are sold in the market. Foam are sold in the market. Iron rod are sold in the market. Everything they made this chair are sold in the market. But they cannot be a chair like this until somebody have an image in his mind and begin to compare all those metals, all the foam, all the material that form that chair. Someone is intentional about it. Someone intentional about what size it should be, what shape it should be, what color it should be, how it should look like. And that is why we have this. We have several fans, they don't look alike. So someone is intentional. Standing fan, rechargeable fan, all manner of it. Everything was intentional. That is the meaning of system. Somebody say system.
System.
So system is something you are intentional about. So let's check how we have been building our business. You see that there is no intention about it, and you can see the outcome. If you continue for the next 20 years, it's the same result you are going to get. Because doing things anyhow is also a plan. They say failure to plan is also a plan. So, which means is a plan of failure. To fail as a plan, to succeed as a plan. So, to grow in this business as a plan, to also not growing also as a plan. So, it's not the work. It's not how you are. You just be working and thinking that something will happen on their own. That is not what grows the business. Yeah, is it possible to catch up luck? Yes, it's possible. This gambling we are playing, just registering people, abandon them, let them just go anyhow, let them just do whatever they have. Can you be fortunate? Yes, you can be fortunate. But unfortunately, this fortunate will also be temporal. What do I mean? Let's say you register someone who has my type of passion. But when I join the business, nobody actually labor on me. I already have my passion, I already have my concept. So it's me now that look for a way to grow. But no one was intentional about me that I want this person to become this, I want this person to become that, I want this person to grow. There was nobody. So it was me that was intentional. And what helped me has to do with where I was coming from. So where I was coming from, I already have some understanding and skills. Before I joined network marketing business as a whole, I have been in business for years. I've employed people. People have worked under me. I've risen, I've fallen. So I have seen errors. I have seen methods that have done things that failed. I've seen methods that have done things that also work. So when I came to network marketing, I already have a prototype of how to make things work. But in a nutshell, I don't know anything about the business. But already have a foundation of how to grow things. I've been in the church system. I've seen the way we go for evangelism, we have new members, we follow up. So those skills were added up as an advantage before coming to network marketing. I've read books on leadership, on motivation, on presentation, long before I came into. I'm already a public speaker self, even before I saw network marketing. NCCF, when they graduate, when they are after passing out, I do motivation for them, how they can stand, how they can be an entrepreneur instead of being an employee. I was doing this thing before network marketing. So what I needed when I came to network marketing is the understanding of the concept of the business. And this understanding, I was not given by anybody. I have to scout for it. I have to travel, I have to discover, because I came in as an ignorant person. There was not even training for me to attend. There was no structural training. It was the way we are doing it this now that they were doing it when I joined network marketing newly. There was no training anywhere. Some of the time, my upline was a business person who has other business. So I go to him, just motivate me. If you can do this business, you're going to succeed. Show me picture of Reverend Kome. A round of applause for that great man. Sharing story of people who have made success, but how do I do it? There was no template. There was no anything. So I started doing it anyhow. And I started getting anyhow results. Till I came to my senses, because I'm someone who have discovered potentials in me. I already have these feelings of greatness and conscious of it, that I have what it takes to be successful. I just have that understanding, maybe based on my exposures to books and a lot of experiences of life. So I already have that mentality that I want to be great, and I already understand what it means to be great. So I saw people who are succeeding, who are millionaires, having assets in the business. And when I size some of them up, something within me tell me that I'm better than this person. So I began to wonder, if I'm better than them, if the way I'm doing it is the same way these people are doing it, they won't get to this where they are this way. So I found out that there's something they know that I don't know. So that stimulates me to start looking for knowledge. I search for knowledge to the point that, okay, I realize that there is a special training that goes on every month in offer. Fortunately enough, the person who owns the training was my up line, like maybe 20-something leg to me. So I was too far to be noticed by him. Unfortunately, when I meet him, he did not accept me because the line of his leg that I came from, they have issues. So he see everybody that is issues. So he never accepted me. So I began to struggle on my own. So I told myself I will penetrate, because the first time he rejected me. When I introduced myself and I told him the leg, he rejected me blankly. And he said I should not come near him. So when I was doing my research and I realized that this man is having what I need, so I have to sneak to that training, hiding myself. So unfortunately, my first day, I've already ignorantly worked myself onto, let's say, maybe level star 6. Let me use it to describe the explanation. On my own, by selling, by just this crazy, that this thing must just work anyway, anyhow. I've recruited people who doesn't know what to do. Selling products, doing 4,000 personal points, or I've done the business. In other 4 months, I've done it on my own, with no guide, with no support of anybody, just being sheer passion. So, but I realized that I can succeed in this business. I saw the opportunity, I saw greatness, I saw the success, but how do I cross the T's? How do I dot the T's? So I went there. So I sneaked into that training. So I told my partner not to go. I'll go alone in case the place becomes hot. I'll face it alone. So I traveled all the way from Lagos to Offa on my own. So I went to the training with a few of my things inside a bag, that in case crisis happen, we fight when we can fight, and we run to fight another day. So, and my story became just the way, same way it happened in Kedi. My story become loud early, just because I be just like somebody on his own, just becomes star 6 with no guide, no anything, by default. Something that take people years comes notice. I was not attached to anybody. I was not linked to any notice. I was not attached to anybody. I was not linked to anybody. I was not trained by anybody. Somebody just come from the blues and he crossed that lane that people who belong to a system said were struggling. So I became popular. So when I got to sneak into that meeting, hiding my face so that the owner of the place will not see me, unfortunately, people already know me. So when they were doing introduction, they invited me off stage to come and share my own story. And I was just about, is it 5 months or 6 months of the business as of that time. So it was my story that I started telling them my story of my life. How I was financially stable, having a business, having staff, how everything went down. I became destitute, begging for food on the street of Ibadan. How somebody met me and told me about the business and how I joined and what I've been doing. I never know the man. I was sharing the story here. He was by the window listening to me. Try to round up my story, the man jumped up inside the room and he lifted my hand and said, yeah, this is my son. So for the first time in the business, I have someone who promised to mentor me. And it took me 3 years and 11 months to be under this tutelage and guide and commitment. I traveled down to Offa, just the way you guys travel from wherever you stay now to this place every week. I travel down to Offa every month, day and night training. Like Jesus Christ spent 3 days. That is how the training goes every month for 3 years and 11 months. And I was the one that gave myself freedom, that I've learned enough. I should prove what I learned. And 11 months after, I moved from where I was and I moved to, 1.5 years later, I moved to where I was and I moved to Star, like a Star 2 manager under 1.5 years. So maybe I'm used to magic. So the magic that happened, the magic that happened in Kedi didn't start from Kedi. I don't know, maybe I'm used to it. And I want to infect you people with the same spirit. I'm not different than you. There's nothing I have that you can't have. The only difference between us now is what you can attain, is what you can experience, is what you can achieve. I wasn't too super because I have seen people who have done too much amazing than me. There is a woman who never went to school, no education at all. He rose up to become honorary chairman in that company. Just a woman, a divorcee for that matter. The husband drove her away because of the business, according to the story, with 5 children. She raised those children single-handedly, and she rose up in the light of graduate, professor, all manner of categories of sophisticated people. He rose up before everybody, and she became honorary chairman in that company at that time. So, what telling you that I'm not too special. That whatever anybody can attain, you can attain it. You only require some things, some principles to follow. And you must be followed with it with craziness. Let me tell you the truth. Success does not belong to normal people. You can't be normal and be successful. If you are normal, you experience what every other normal person you see on the street experience. Go and check every successful people. There is something about them that is not just normal, that you can't compare with every other person. And that is the thing that sells them out. So doing things the way everybody are doing it is getting the same result everybody are getting. Everybody in this world wake up to do something. Whatever you call it, everybody is doing something. 24 hours of our day, we are spending it to do something. It doesn't matter whatever we are using it to do. But those people who did it crazily, who did it exceptionally, who did it with massive actions, they are the ones that stand out in those things. Every field of life, whether legal, illegal, whether normal or unnormal, every field of life, people have proven outstanding performance out. In the world of crime, some criminal has gone beyond board and they have become renowned, international renowned. People like Osama bin Laden, these are renowned people. It is not just because of crime. I was telling someone When he died, I said he was my hero of century. Because I was telling someone that if this man have chosen a genuine course, he will still be successful. What's the name? Hush Puppy, a Nigerian fraudster. He's a renowned fraudster in the world. The America has to hunt for him and cut him. If that guy have chosen a legitimate business, that guy will still be successful. Because there are fraudsters today who cannot feed their mouth. There are Yahoo. So it's not the business that Yahoo cannot. So in every field of life, whether genuine, whether legal or illegal, people has proven outstanding performer and they have stand out. You see, the beauty of life is that the life doesn't know whether what you are doing is right or wrong. It doesn't know whether is correct or not. Once you put outstanding effort to it, it will stand you out among the crowd that belong to that feed. And that is the class I want to belong. That is the class I want to belong. That is the class I want to choose. In the field of football, see people like Ronaldo and Messi. I cherish Ronaldo better than Messi in my own analysis because Ronaldo demonstrates a sheer effort that truly effort can take you to any height. Maybe Messi own you can say is a gift. So if it's a gift, how do you get that gift? Nobody knows. You understand me now? So when something is a gift, nobody knows. If I want to become like Messi, I want my daughter or my child to become like Messi, what do I need to do? I don't know. But if I want my child to become like Ronaldo, I know what to do. All I need to know is how Ronaldo got there, and I follow it. And that is the path I choose. And that is why in some of my training, I told you people, there are two things that can take you to the top. Miracle and principle. One is not determined by anybody. It's a divination. But one is determined by you. Why should I need to wait for miracle when I can follow principle? Because you don't know how long you can wait when you are waiting for miracle. How I became what I am today is principle, not miracle. Because I can tell you step by step, and I'm sharing part of the step by step how I got there. Every day I sleep around 1 a.m. Every day of my life. I invested a lot of my time, a lot of my energy to make what I'm doing work. When others are sitting, I like to stand. When they are standing, I like to stand out. And when they are standing out, I like to be outstanding. So I rate myself in a way that I want to be better than myself. Because Charles Jones said it in Life is Tremendous. He said the best person to beat is not your contemporary, it's yourself. Lift the bar. And that is why I don't share this popular saying that I've done my best. Because there's no barrier of stage of how far you are supposed to go. You are supposed to keep going until you are no longer living. As long as you are living, keep going. Keep trying to beat your record. Keep trying to move upward. That is the philosophy I share. I don't believe that I need to do the best I can, but I need to do the best I should. In every field of endeavor, you are not given the right to set the rules. So if you are not the one that set the rule, your best is not relevant as far as success is concerned. In credit business, I'm not given opportunity to sell the rules. The system set the rules. So if I want to do my best, and my best is only star 6, which means I won't be more than star 6. That's why I don't believe in that word. I don't use it. You can never see me, even by mistake, say I've done my best. No. In everything I want to do, I ask myself, what is this thing expected of me? I look at the expectation and I ask myself, am I ready to burn the candle that can take me there? If I'm not ready, then I won't bother my head. But if I'm ready to burn the candle, I'm ready to go. And time is a factor. I know time must be invested. Because Jim Rohn said something. He said when you do something long enough, a ratio will appear. When you, and I'll reframe it this way, when you do something committedly enough, a ratio will appear. Now, if you started going out and begin to prospect people, over time, you will know the numbers of effort you need to put in to get 1 person registered, to get 2 person registered, to get 3 person registered, to get 10 person registered. You will know that if I put A, B, C together, 1 will register. If I put A, B, C, D, E, F, 2 will register. If I put A, B, C, E, F, G, H, 3 will register. You begin to have that concept. And that is what we call system. And as far as network marketing is concerned, I got to that level. If I determine that in the month of this August, today is what? 15, right? Half. If I still want to register 10 people before this month runs out, I will register it. I will count them 1 to 10 and it will be complete. For you not to complete, my mother will wake up and do the registration because it must complete. Why? Because I know the 1, 2, 3 and the A, B, C, D that can make it 10. And these are the reasons why I take this special training on those of you who are interested to grow, not just anybody. And that is why you see your number doesn't bother me. And I appreciate your commitment, especially 2 of you. And I really want this you're committed to show in your business in a due season. You understand me now? I'm not praying. I'm only telling you because some of the time when you guys come and I'm not able to come to you on time, I felt it. But like I've said, something overwhelming is actually taming me to do some of those things. So why am I telling you now that? I'm telling you now that is that you must be conscious to build the system. The business will not grow on its own. If you are expecting it to grow on its own, you are expecting a success that will be temporal. You can fortunate to register someone who has my passion. I'm in somebody's business. This is my November now will be 10 years in the business. For the last 10 years, he has not seen my number 2. Have you seen the danger? He has not registered another person like me. So if you are looking for such a lucky, it will be temporal. Because one day, the person will outgrow to a level where you can no longer catch up. And you see that you will still be average. But if you want to grow exponentially, you must be intentional about creating system. You must be what?
Intentional.
You must be what?
Intentional.
So you must be intentional in creating a system. So everything you want to do in that business must be intentional. And that is what I started teaching you people about it. Because I realize that several of you have sponsored a lot of people into the business. And this business of a system. So many of you have sponsored several people into your business. And where are those people? Are you saying, how many of you has have up to 10 people in your business? Since you have joined, you have registered up to 10 people. Whether you or your direct line, your people that make up your business, people that have ever registered, that their name has ever appeared under you, they are up to 10. Let me see your hands up. Can you see now? Where are those 10? Do you have those 10s in the business? Now, are you saying all the 10, none of them could do the business? All the 10, I said none of them could do the business. Definitely not true. So why are they not in the business? Because there was no system that can keep them in the business. So now, when I was explaining the tripod of selling, I say sales, the tripod of the business, I say sales, bring PV to the to your business. Why recruiting do what? Bring people to your business. And team building what? Keep people in the business. So the most missing link why those 10s are not available is because nothing was keeping them. The business is like building a church or growing a church. Something retain you in the church at which you are presently, if you are a Christian. Something retain you in the association at which you belong today. Something. So, your business to grow, you must have a format that has capacity to retain people. Once they can be retained, you have gone to, how many of us have gone to brook of water? You know what they call brook? Maybe a rock that water is just coming out, just coming out. You have seen a brook of water before. Okay. How many of us have seen a stream of water? All right. Now let's look at a stream of water that are just flowing. Now, if you sit down in a day, in a week, in a month, and imagine the volume of water that has passed through that stream. If those volume of water are gathered in a container, just imagine how large. Does those stream has those size of volume of water you've seen? Answer me now. Why? Because they can't retain. Do you know the water you see in the sea? Sea is not the owner of more than 60% or 40% of those water. It's because the stream, the brook, the river do not have retainer capacity. All what sea has was retainer capacity. That is why they tell you above sea level. When they are giving you a measurement of distance, they will say above sea level. What does the sea did? Sea dug a pot and condition itself in a way that every other water that cannot retain their team, that cannot retain their prospect, that cannot retain their downline, will begin to flow and deposit in there so that they can have a large team. So many a time is other streams and other rivers that labor for the water that makes sea today. Not necessarily it is sea that labors it. So when you have a retaining ability, which we call team building, it will help your people, your team member to become rivers, streams, and every different size of water to begin to bring their water into that deposit, which will also becomes a reservoir that will also refeed them. And that is what we call the structural business. And that is why you are in my business. Some of you are like river, some of you are like stream, some of you are like brook. I think brook is the one that fall from the rock, which doesn't even have any place to keep water. As it just coming, they are flowing out. As just flowing, they are flowing out. And he has been doing that for centuries, years, decades. And it doesn't matter how long he's doing that, he will still not get the water to retain. Any day he stop, you will see he won't have anything to show for that labor of year. And that is the way so many of us are building the business. Any day we stop, there is not anything. If you don't do PV in a month, when you check your business, nobody does PV. The business is empty. Why? Because you have not made yourself a sea or a river or a lake that can retain. So team building is becoming a retaining faucet. Does it mean people are not going to go? People are going to go. Because if you are a lake, you will stink. Remember. So there must be inflow and outflow. But the inflow must be stronger than outflow for your business to grow. For you to have a successful growing team, it is until you can reduce your outflow to about 10% of your growth, of your inflow. But so many of us now, our inflow is 99.9%. Some people, their inflow, their outflow is 99.9%, while some people 98, 97, like that, like that, like that, like that. That tells you what is the volume and the size of your business. So these are what you must be consciously engrossed on, because you must build career out of this business. Why do you need to build career out of the business? You must all have this in mind, that time coming when no man will work again, and that is why the Bible says you work while it is day. You must understand that there is your day in this business. Look at my achievement today. I have a house that generates millions. If I put those million into monthly income, is enough to take care of me. I have a hotel that generates daily income. If I depend on it, I can survive. That is the benefit of building your business in a way. Now, I'm no longer aggressively active in the business, but the business still generates millions for me day by day. But there was a time where you can't find me anywhere. If I'm not in the north, I'm in the east, I'm in the south, facilitating one program, one training, one event, talking to somebody, I was sharing it to you some of these days, that there was a time in the night, me and Lady Peace would just be looking at the business. Around 10 p.m., I just realized that I need to leave Lagos and be in Maiduguri before the following day. And immediately I'll go and dress up. I'll go to Express to go and wait for luxurious bus. That time luxurious bus used to carry out as an attachment. Yeah, they call it attachment in luxurious bus. And I will stood from Lagos to Maiduguri, about 18 hours drive. And as I'm landing, training is waiting for me, because immediately I'm leaving Lagos, I already send message to them, I'm coming, and I will set up a training. Because every day I want to spend there must count. Because I must not eat for free. I can't go there, it's not my comfort zone now. So I can't go there and say, okay, today I want to rest. Rest to do what? Who give me what? Where are the rest? So every day I want to spend there, I already align everything I will do. Some of the time, it is when I'm inside that luxurious bus. I can't pay for seats. So we'll be attached. So on the lobby of that luxurious bus, that is when we will stand. Want to pass, they can have space. You now be doing like this, knocking your head in the middle of the night. On different occasions, our luxurious has to park in a bush because there is robbery of attack. And that doesn't stop me of going the following month, of going and coming back as many times I want to go. That is what it takes. So when somebody say, we did ritual, I say, yes, you are right. We actually did ritual. But the only thing is that now our own blood with the ritual this time around. Not someone else's blood. Because it's a ritual, because it takes this. And that is why I told you that there is no successful person that is normal. Because it takes this level of abnormal. Martin Luther King Jr. said something. Say if you don't have what you can die for, then you don't have a reason to live in the first place. Until the success you want is important than your life, then success will not come. Jesus Christ, to have a name above every other name, that success was more important than his life. That is why he laid his life down to get that name, to get that glory. They say he despised the shame because he was focusing on the glory above the cross. There is a glory, always a glory after cross. So there is a cross. Look at the word. What do you call it? Cross. What is the meaning of things? Something you cross. So you must cross from poverty to wealth. That is the cross. So there is a cross. When mother of James and John came to meet him that he want them to sit by the right, what did he tell them? Say, oh, can they drink the cup? Because there is a cup we are going to drink on that cross. You remember when he got to the cross, they gave him a cup to drink. So for you to be successful, you must cross. So there is a cross. And the cross must be laid on the Golgotha, because that is where the barrier between poverty and wealth lies. That is where the barrier between success and failure terminated. You must carry your cross and cross it to Golgotha and drink the cup to enjoy the cup of glory. So you must build a system, and in building a system, you must know that your newbies are your life wire and lifeblood of your business success. And that is why you must invest into them, you must commit to them, not necessarily because you like them or you hate them, because that is what it entails if you must succeed. I don't like this, my downline, you're your own. No. You are not liking them because you need to like them. You are liking them because it's a must for you to like them. So you must get them committed to a system. Why is it important? So they can have an idea of what they need to be doing. If they don't get what they need to be doing, they will be seeing the business as a place where people waste time. And that is why, because if you do not get them to committed to a system, whatever you are committing them to is also a system. But it's a system that will definitely fail. It's a system that will not work. Because when you register a person, and after registration, all you say be coming to training, and that's all you bother about. It won't grow. Nothing will happen. If you come to training, if you telling you now the same thing that they talk now. I came last week, I came 2 weeks, now the same thing, then they talk. I have no way to now want talk. Not be Mr. Morgan will come, the king will come, and they will talk, we'll go home. Have you come in now? Because check, when you register people, so many at times, they become very serious at the beginning. Yes. Their seriousness is that they were excited with hope. So when they now come like a week, 2 weeks, or a month, they know that what they are doing cannot bring success. And that's why they stop. And moreover, they will see some of you has been there like that kingdom come. They will hear your complaint. I talk about it last week. They will hear complain of so many people who has been there. They will sample, they are adults now, they will sample opinion of other people. So from the opinion of other people, they just know that here is just wasting of time. They are just deceiving all. Maybe they already bribe some of you to come and be gathering on and be deceiving us. It's a company that just pays some of you and telling us to lie to us. There's something that trend in social media recently. One is it content creators that castigate one network marketing company. That people should be careful. They are misleading people. They are doing that. They are doing that and doing that. Why? Because the system was not committing people to success. See the opportunity in the business, but people still not believe in it because there is no system that is guiding people. Check the Igbo system of bringing people up. They take a child very early in his life to go and learn what? Trade. I love that name. To go and learn what? Trade. he spent 6 to 7 years. The 6 years you spend in primary school or you spend in secondary school, the same 6 years you want to spend. In that 6 years, to every 10 people that undergo that training, you realize that more than 6 of them will definitely be successful. Let's look at the other tribe counterparts who dare to do the similar business. Why do you see that all the major markets in Lagos are occupied by Igbo? As if they just create market. Nobody create market for them. Oh. You rarely see other tribes. Okay, Lagos State is a Yoruba-based environment. There's no two way about it. The largest population of people in Lagos are Yorubas. Is that not true? But look at all their major markets. Market that matters, where millions of trade have been done. You must pay the that is what you want. That is the adult of it, but there must be child of it.
This is you just said there's a young professor he said it's not empathy to people that bring their children as in when they are going to the school. Now see some child that is in primary 3. You say because that child is overbrilliant, you take the child to go and take common entrance instead of taking the due process. He said it's a no. They have to take the process to get to that stage. Mustn't shortcut. They mustn't overthrow. That you have to take the system. This is just saying that just so have to take the process.
So there's a process.
Yes, sir.
There's a process. Though what the professor says is in true way, because maybe if you understand it from another line, there are exceptional performance. You understand me now? Okay. I moved from Star 1 manager to Star 2 director in 4 months. But the job was not done in 4 months. Because there are some child who are in primary 3 who are already undergoing training somewhere outside school. Does that mean now training outside school, because the school is training them primary 1, primary 2, primary 3, primary 4, but while he was in primary 1 and 2, he was already started a process that is giving him knowledge and skills like primary 4, like primary 5, like primary 6. So as of the time he got to primary 3, he has gone through that process in the secret, because your secret preparation will determine your public manifestation. Does that mean now? So that's why I say we cannot factor it, but a parent who use money to influence their child to jump the class because they have resources. That is why, because when you jump up, you jump down. The only thing that can keep you up is when you grow up. Olumide Emmanuel say in this wealth kingdom, we don't blow, because he say when you blow, you scatter. He say we don't blow, we grow. You see fraudsters, they blow. You see gambler, they blow. But the true success, you don't blow, you grow. So you don't blow, you grow in the true success. So you don't blow, you grow. The heights that the great people have reached were not attained by sudden flight. The height that great men achieve were not attained by sudden flight. But while their companions are sleeping, they were busy toiling upward at night. So when I jumped from Star 1 manager to Star to director, what people see was 4 months. Somebody came and meet me that I want to achieve it also like that. And I told him, what you see in 4 months was not a project of 4 months. It was a project of about 4.5 years. And I showed him when I started it in the secret, where my secret preparation now determine my public manifestation. It is my public manifestation they saw. They were not seeing the secret preparation. So every skyscraper already have a sky dipper. There is no skyscraper without a sky dipper. If there is no depth sky dipper, the sky must all of us dip before it scrape up. If there is no sky dipper, there won't be skyscraper, because no stand that scraper will stand. That is why in this kingdom of success, we don't blow, we grow. Don't blow, you grow. And grow is not instant. Grow is a process. The only business that starts from up is grave digging. Where do you end it? Down. So people that too big to be small, to start small, they will be too small to experience big. They could say that. Because the only venture that starts from up is grave digging. And that is why the difference between an Igbo man that doing business in those big markets you see, and the other tribe who are their counterparts, who are doing the same business, why those other tribes does not succeed like them is because those other tribes most of the time, they never have the humble beginning. They never have the apprenticeship stage. They never had the processing stage. People want success, but they don't like the process. I'm telling you that the process of what you see today, because I don't want to say some personal thing that happened. My siblings out 50, so if you plant coconut 5 days, you no go see anything. In fact, even 1 month, I don't think you go see anything. You still need to dig ground. And why some of us gave up at the beating. Some of us, our parents change our directions about it. Some of us, prayer change our direction. But some people consistent. Their consistency begin to notify the world about them and give them a point of attraction to where they will be noticed, and give them a name that is different from other names, which is called professionals, footballers. Because until you do whatever you do to the level of professionalism, the glory of that thing will not appear in your life destiny. Life doesn't reward amateurs. It reward a professional. Even at the class of professional, there are still super. When you go to the world of wrestling, they call them what? Super. There's a name they call them now. I'm trying to remember. No, not personal name. There's a name they call the other professional level the wrestles. So many of us, we quench at amateur level. Many of us, we decided not to grow beyond amateur level. We retain amateur level for the rest of our life. Some people, some adults has been playing football as far as as far as Ronaldo and Messi started. At the age Messi and Ronaldo started, some people are playing football. And they are still playing it up to now at the level of fun, at the level of casual play every weekend at the level of, let me just, my hobby. I saw somebody in his 50, he still go to field to play and say because he like the game and he has been playing it from childhood. Ronaldo is just 40 years. So he has been playing earlier than even Ronaldo. But nobody knows him. No trophy given to him. Why? Because he has never making a decision to take that skill to the level of professionalism. So if you are just in this business, clapping and coming training, and you did not lift up your intention to the level of professionalism, then the success we are talking will not appear. And it's in every field of life, including criminal field. You must take it to the level of, tell your neighbor, take it to the level of professionalism.
Take it to the level of professionalism.
And this is what I'm teaching you, system. You must build system from it. Every footballer has their training routine. That every day they are one. In fact, they are so disciplined that even what they eat are controlled. The number of hours they must sleep are controlled. Everything about them are controlled. They are disciplined. So system is a disciplined method of life that you are consistent about. That is system. It's a disciplined method of life that you are consistent about. A disciplined method of life, that is system that you are consistent about and willing, look at that next level, to duplicate it to others or willing to infect others with it. You turn it to virus and begin to infect everybody that comes around you with it. You initiate others to it. That is when you form a system. You initiate others to it. You compose them to it. You compel them to it. You condition them to it. The most weak and feeble in the family, if you undergo military training for just that 11 months, by the time he comes, he becomes the most fiercest person in that same family. Why? Because a system has been reconditioning to a way of life. So when you want your business to grow, you must be intentional about a system that must condition everybody that join. So anybody that is not ready to conform to that system, they won't be stay. That is the way to grow the business. Once you register person, you give him the layout. This is the system. Anyone that is not willing to comply to that system cannot stay. There's no room for. So if you go to military training and you're not ready to comply to that system, they will throw you out. In fact, some of the time, they may not throw you out alive, sir. So because to become a soldier, so you must understand that that is what it takes. For somebody to become a medical doctor, he has been conditioned to a system. How to think, how to behave, how to reason, how to act for 7 years medical training. After that 7 years, you go for housemanship. The same thing lawyer, every professional. So until until you make your business to turn to that profession, then you won't grow the business. Just imagine a student enter university. Today, he went to attend law class. Tomorrow he attend medical class. Next tomorrow he attend commerce class. And he continue attending it and every day different classes, different, and he spent 10 years. He will graduate with what? That is exactly what we are doing to this business. We are recruiting people to graduate to master of none. And we complain. I don't understand. They are not working. Buy cutlass and hoes for them. Take them to farm so that they can work. So if they are not working, you are not working, because you need to work them. Your work is not necessarily what you are doing. Your work is what you work them to do. What am I doing now? I'm trying to work you to do some things. That is what we call team building. So you must be intentional. You must be intentional. You must work them to do something. So anybody that is not doing it, inside of him is already having that guilty conscience, and he knows that if I did not go, you meet some people say, I no fit do that thing. That is why I did not grow. I meet to meet people say, I've joined before now, but the process is hard though. I no fit do am. I wish if I fit do am. I have friends now who did it. I know people who did it. Some of them have that line. That is I in the business now. That is my downline. But that thing was hard. I don't fit do am. Why? Because they fall into a system that they are not willing to comply to the system rules. So the system throw them out, or they throw themselves out of the system. And those people who are under them, who comply, they can see success. I believe my upline did not register me directly to himself. Probably he registered me to somebody, but that somebody is nowhere to be found. Some of you are not direct to me or to your upline, to the person that is standing as your upline. There are in between. Where are the in between? They are nowhere to be found. That is the way it plays. So to reduce wastage, you must manage. Let's say it again.
To reduce wastage, you must manage.
Anything you don't manage become wasted. So many a time we don't manage people we are recruiting, and that is why they are wasting away. When we join KEDI and we are making money and we are not managing the financial aspect, we became indebted to the tune of 18.5 million naira, because we are not managing it. 2019, I just take over the management. You can see the outcome of that management. So if today I joined 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 4 years we are not managing it. We are making money, but we are not managing it. We are not managing the structures of our finances. Where our finances is going, we are not managing it for 4 solid years. And the best we can come out with was debt of 18.5 million naira. Why in 1 year, out of that year, we earn bonus of 22 million plus, and we still not pay debt. We are still indebted. Why? Because it was not managed. That is exactly what some of you are doing. You can check your business in the life 1 year, 2 years you've joined. You can see the numbers of names that appear on your performance, and none of them, you are still deficit of the business. So I'm just telling you that nobody is immune from these things. So whatever you don't manage, will waste away. If you have a child you don't manage, you waste away. If you have a property you don't manage, you waste away. If you have the resources you don't manage, it waste away. If you have a business you don't manage, it waste away. If you have that life you don't manage, it waste away. So you must be conscious, put conscious effort to manage what you have. Immediately you register anybody to the business, begin to design what you want that person to become. Give that person a picture you want, and begin to work with that person to that picture. Some of the time, it's not the numbers of people you recruit in a month that matter, but it's the numbers of people you are ready to work with, or you can work with, that actually matter. If you can't work with them, don't register them. So don't be laboring just to register people and negate the importance of developing them. But that's what a lot of us does. We pay so much attention to get them registered. Call in, follow up. spending money. Some of us give them money to even come to training. You bring them to some leader to talk to them. You know, immediately they register like this, we forget them. We become hunter instead of farmer. The business does not grow by hunting. The business grow by farming. I hope you understand the two business. Because an hunter will go in the middle of the night, dead of the night, where every other person are sleeping, enter bush, enter forest, looking for animal. Immediately he say, "Pow!" That business end there. Nothing outside it. He carry the meal, he end there. But what does a farmer does? A farmer will plan and look into the farm. I remember one time I also do farming. They say, hey, beans farming is very good. Was I in secondary school? Yeah, think I was in secondary school. And I got a land. And I labor to get that land, labor to clear the land, labor to make ridges, labor to go and buy beans seedling, and labor to plant. And now plant. I went there twice. I did not go there. They now told me that people are harvesting beans. I now went there to go and harvest beans. Do you know what I saw? Squirrels has helped me to harvest the one that was stubborn, that still decided to produce. Weeds has already covered some and make them not produce. Beetles, that flies, has eat some of them that are stubborn. You know, some plants are very stubborn. So those beans that are stubborn, that I say I must grow by all means, squirrel and beetles feed on them. I went there and I saw wastage. And that is the way so many of us live our life. Wastage. We are so full of wastage. Some of us are professional. We are supposed to be giving a word of waster. Anything that touches our hand must be wasted. If you can't waste it, we get offended. So to grow the business, you must be intentional. You must be
Intentional.
You must see the end from the beginning. To everybody that you are signing into the business, you must begin to see that, wow, this is my star 8 in making. Begin to labor for that person. Anything that needs to be done for that person to get to the status you project, begin to labor for that person to become it. Now, is it possible? What if the person quit on the way? Is it possible for the person to quit on the way? Yes. What if the person quit on the way? Yes. But let me tell you one thing I've discovered. If you labor right and you get them committed as early as possible, before they get to the point of quitting, they will replicate. That's what I've known. Once you can get them committed to a system, before they go to that level where the best of the feed will pick them up, they would have replicated. So what do? You feed on that replicate. And that is why I taught you that after kit orientation, when you do your kit orientation like ceremony to a new person, there is every possibility that you get a contact. And in kit orientation, I was thinking I would do kit orientation again. I don't think that will happen again today. So everybody that attend that kit orientation, you must have a notebook. You must have a kit orientation book. They have been doing it now. Do you take the name? All their contacts, they are your proceeds. It doesn't longer belong, it's not necessarily belong to them. It's only their own if they stay. If they are not their own, if they do not stay, you inherit that thing and begin to do follow-up. So you see now that if you get them committed to the system, there is no way you can lose. Because one quitter can give you 10 people in replacement. They make a name list to you. That name list copy should be with you. So if they make 2020 name list, they're already giving you a potential 20 prospect to join your business, a potential 20 prospect to buy your product. There's no way you come this 20 that nothing will happen. Something must happen and compensate your reward. Because we are not mind, we are waster. So we don't do it thoroughly. You will see someone to serve to. You will see somebody to take over from. So to every prospect you talk to that register, I've already given you another seed of a tree. It is we that throw those seed away. Some of the time we do like this. We throw it very far. So I will see them again. Oh, Tony, ó ti lọ. Sọ pé ó ti lọ. That's the way we do it our life. And after a while, after we have thrown, we now go sit down in frustration and begin to cry. I don't understand. It's not working. What happened? I don't know. Some of you that are close to me, you know I hate that word. Don't tell me. Don't come to me and telling me you don't know. You don't know, don't know. Who no go know. How will you tell me you don't know? You must know. You must know why things are not working. I can tell you the reason why this place is not feeding up. I know. I know what I'm not doing. If I want this place to feed up, I know what to do. The reason why it's only 3 of you, I know. If I want you to be more than this, I know what to do. If I'm interested in next meeting now, I want this place to feed up, I know what to do. I know what button I'll press if everybody will come. I bet you see when we did the welcoming party, you see the way the place feel. Where are those people? Why are they not here? Because we press some certain button that will make them come. They will come. So you must know why things are not giving you direction. You throw your seed away, you'll be tired over a time now. Because no season that is permanent, seasons changes. So there is season that people will just be coming and be registering. As if you are using jazz. There is a season that you just be making sales. If you don't manage the time of surplus, you won't have anything for the time of surplus. Because there is always a 7 years of surplus and 7 years of famine. It's a law. It's a law. It's a law. It has been from the inception of time. If you don't like it, when you create your own world, change it. But the owner of this world, that is what he wants. In the days of Joseph, Pharaoh dreamed of that season. Read your Bible very well. You will see that those seasons still repeat. The only one they capture was the day of Joseph, that they capture intentionally. But that day it has been like that, and it's still like that. 7 years of surplus and 7 years of scarcity. It's famine, so that is the name, not scarcity, famine. Because there is nothing really scarce, but it's actually famine. 7 years of surplus and 7 years of famine. It is what you do during the day of surplus that will determine your reigning during the days of famine. It is what you do during the period of famine that will also determine the level of surplus you are still going to enjoy when another surplus comes. So they are working together. Let me tell you, there is a law of life. How many of us are living farm before? You have farm before. Now, you know when you use a land to farm for some certain time, what do? You abandon that land, am I correct? For another season. For that land to be fertile again to accept fertility for your crops. You see, that is law. And it's everything about life. If you pay attention, you always see. There is a time everything will just be working as if you do magic. And when people are, hey, Zion, it's our season. It's our season. Don't worry. There's no permanent champion. When I became star 7 in 5 months, my noise go everywhere. As if the thing will just be going. The thing stop. And I went on hibernation for another season. When I was coming back again, but I caused tornado. I caused hurricane. That rained now. We are entering another season now. People thought we are sleeping. We are not sleeping, you know. but it's no longer that season. So you must understand what every season meant for. Each of those seasons are necessary, is the one that prepare the next season. If there is no farming season, then the soil will not regenerate those seeds that will produce the time of surplus. It's like that because life is in its recycling. Life must recycle itself. So these things are spiritual, they are physical, they are naturals. Recycling is possible. So many of us, instead of preparing, now the Zion team is more or less like in a semi-hibernation time now. What do we need to do now? Planning, strategizing, planning against, because another time we still come. We are still coming out. But this is our time of planning. Every app you use have a season of updating. If you don't update it, what happens? It will be outdated. So this is our updating season now. We have showed the app to the world of KD, and noise has happened. Now, what the level we are now, we are updating. People say, he has become honorary chairman. He no work again. He don't tire. People that have known me long ago, before I became honorary chairman, and now, have I changed my lifestyle? Have I changed my attitude? Nothing has changed. But why is the noise not the same? Because it's the time of updating. We are updating now. By the time the software finish the update again and review another new app, what happened? People will say, we said it. Those guys, they are using something. One leader came and said, no, this cannot be normal. This is juju. I said, you are correct. It's juju. It's really juju. Because without crucifixion, there can't be glorification. Without ridiculous, there can't be miraculous. Without cross, there can't be crown. So people frustrate and get discouraged and give up during their crossing time. They won't allow their destiny to cross properly to the glory. Because there is always a glory after cross. When you are putting system in place. The advantage of system in place, it helps you to understand those seasons perfectly. So you will not be despondent when you are undergoing those different seasons. When you are undergoing the season of surplus, your head will not be too swollen and be wasted away. So during our surplus, do you know that between our raining, the raining we just season of Zion raining was between 2022 to 2024. Do you know, within that season, I don't buy any flashy car. That Benz was since year 2020. We put all the resources of that surplus, we replant it. That house, 8 flats. 8 flats is generating revenue. Last month now they have started paying. Every month now, between now and December, it must be dropping. Big. But it's sure.
Alarm, not alarm.
Yeah. Now, we plant it again because we understand that principle of surplus and farming inside that hotel. So on daily basis, something is generated though. There is no way that my account will not receive money every day, except the day it refuse to break. Even when it refuse to break, it better if though they break, money could still enter. The alert, my bank account must be busy because I've understood some of this principle I'm teaching you. It's a law. It's a law. It's like that. Because surplus, during the surplus, why did it was not because Joseph interpreted the dream People thought it was a gift. It wasn't a gift though. When he interpreted the dream, they did not see anybody that is worthy to back it up. They still need to employ him. Because he did not only know the problem, he also know the solution. What did he say? He said, during the time of surplus, compulsory every household to be given 10% of whatever their harvest is. That is where tithing and tax started. Joseph started it. To be bringing it to the king. So as they are bringing it to the king, they now build barns and storehouses and warehouses. And also, he taught them the preservative, 7 years preservative method. I wasn't 7 years self. Because it would have been like 14 or 13 years preservative method. Because from the first month of scarcity, surplus, if they started storing, that surplus lasted for 7 years. So which means at the end of that surplus, some storage would have been 7 years old before they now enter farming time, where means something that keep them to the last time, or so some storage might live up to 14 years. So he developed a software that can keep those things stored to last for 14 years. And every other nation were wasting their own surplus time away. Because no country, during this time of surplus, nobody was coming to Egypt to buy anything. Do you know that simple skill was what made Egypt the world power of that time? And it reigned for several centuries before Nebuchadnezzar took over. Because after the Egyptian reigning, in the little history, it was the reigning of Nebuchadnezzar, which is the Persian, the one we call Iraq. That's where Babylon, it was the reigning of Babylon that take over from the Egyptian reigning. That was recorded in my own history I read. Before I moved to Persian and all those things. That thing that little boy, that little prisoner taught them. Surplus and famine. Life is recycling. So the system, the primary purpose of system is that they will keep you a barn and a storehouses that can last for 7 years, so that your business can retain to another new recycling time. So both rainy season and dry season, there will never be a scarcity where you have learned this principle. I believe we have learned something. So let's bring your question and your challenges out.
I have a question. Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
The question is based on that kids orientation.
Okay.
If we are doing
Some of the time, you can do product display. Number 5, equipment. You need to go with your equipment, because that should be part of the advert that the person want to use to invite people. There will be some of the equipment are BP machine, that is a phlegetonometer. can do weight scale, weight slash height. That is BMI. Number 3, glucose machine. Glucose machine. Number 4, BCM, blood circulatory machine. If you have, or you can transport it there. Number 5, quantum machine. If you want fast growing, organizing event, small event is a key to grow to. And all the mega seminar, a company must be the one that do it. You start going there. I don't really fall for those methods. That's why you see us now. We don't advertise those mega seminar, because they are not really, they are tools to grow, but they are not really the best tools to grow. Because what it takes to build team is gone beyond just looking for cheap opportunity up and down. And they want to do one mega seminar in Oshodi, you are there. Okay, you register person in Oshodi. How do you train it person? People doesn't understand this thing. These are the wastage I'm talking about. And they want to do mega seminar in Badagry. You run, go there. If you register that person, because it's the training that grow the business, not the registration. People doesn't know. It's the training. You always say that I'm not motivated. I don't advertise it. I don't no. Like register 100 there. That's not what grows the business. If you cannot train them, don't give birth to them. Any child you can't train, don't give birth, because that child will not survive it. The chances of surviving is slim. Don't gamble with people's destiny. Don't gamble with effort. Before you go and be prospecting, all of us ask yourself, if these people register, if this person register, how am I going to train the person? Because it's the training. Before I started this training, some of you, you're already feeling frustrated, true or false? But despite the fact I don't really have total commitment, the little time we spend, something dangers you. If it's the motivational alone, is also, you can see how far it goes. Okay, you register somebody, one training is coming in Abeokuta, you run, go there, you register. Another one in Ibadan, you are there. Another one in Badagry, you are there. Another one in Mowe, you are there. Another one in Bayelsa, you are there. Okay, I register all these people, scatter. Okay, you went to Oshodi, you pregnant a woman, gave birth. Aja, another one, pregnant woman, you give birth to children that is irresponsible parent, because you can't break yourself. And if you want to say I must train them, if you now, the danger of it is that when you now see any one of them that is a little bit serious and committed, you are in trouble. Another level of wastage, financial wastage, time wastage, and resources wastage. You are here living in Ojodubega. There has a mega seminar in Badagry. You go to Badagry, you register somebody, and that person shows seriousness, and you need to be going there and develop. See, your costs, your time, your resources of moving from here to Badagry to go and develop that person. That is how so many leaders build this business. And that is why you will not see the money they are earning in their life. Some of them ask car, their car will wreck. Even yourself, you will run out. You see some leaders that are earning a million. Their appearance does not give you a impression that truly they are earning a million. Some of the time you'll be doubting it. How can everybody be earning a million and it still look like this? You see sometimes they are behaving broke, that you know that this person don't get money. Just packaging. You'll be wondering. It will show in the textures of their skin that this person is earning up to a million. You'll not be looking at, are they packaging it? Maybe it's building houses. You'll not be wondering what are they using their money for. Many 90% of time, the cost, the cup they are drinking is too big. That is the danger. Jesus told his disciples, start from where? Jerusalem. So one of the first things in building systems is that you must define your Jerusalem. So let your business grow from your Jerusalem. If you decided to build a business in your area, na Ijoko, right? Abi? Ijoko, where? Ishaga. Which one is small? Which one is closer? Okay. Now, either of the two, if you guys decided to build team there now, if I want to go there, I'm going there to support. It's different for me going to Ijoko to go and build. That the business growth will depends on me. You are there. The business growth depends on you. My own is support. So it's better that way. That's the way network marketing grows. You want to grow successful business. So whatever it takes, break your fallow ground. You know, I told you last week that the two places you are supposed to build your business is here and your environment. Yes. Leave other place alone for now. There must be, let there be arrowhead before you move to a place. Stop going around. So these are some of the way people, okay, from my house to my office now, I don't spend money. Conservative. So the money I'm supposed to be using to burn fuel every day, that's the reason why I refused to build house when they were stopping bush. The stress, the transportation, the wastage, the time wastage. And you grow old very fast. You see now I'm looking young by day by day. If it's possible for me to remain this 31 years, I still remain.
Every day 31 years.
I'm not every day at 1 year. I was 30 last year.
Okay, that's one. Best thing at the
I know they grow old though. And I don't really like this old age. So these are facts. So the two places you have to build your business is the center of training and your resident if they are far. So you know that when you come to this place now, you have a team to work with. When you go back home, you have a team to work with. Now let the people that now grow in your team go and be planting somewhere. My business is in Benin Republic. It doesn't cost me any stress. Because not me come up from Lagos, I won't go to Benin Republic. It is a leader in my business that decided to go to Benin Republic to go. So far, since 2017, that the business in Benin Republic has started, I only visited the place 3 times. So imagine I'm the one that go to build. I will be free, except I don't want it to grow. Because these are some of the things that kills our waste. These are some of the things that cause wastage. Because to get to some time, it will overwhelm your resources, your time, your stress. And you begin to slag around. Me coming from downstairs to attend to you, you can imagine some of the time what it cost me to even come. When last have I attend your Wednesday and Monday training? So now imagine if I have to be going to Badagry, going to the office in Ikorodu. The day we're looking for that place, and they saw it, they said we should come and pay. That was the day. I think they have spent almost 2 years there. They've gotten another one now. They were begging me to come. Am I playing? Is there any day you saw me playing? I have friends. I don't feel visit there. I know they allow them to visit because there is no time. And I have 24 hours, so I'm putting it in the business, so nothing else, so still there's no time. So how much more you that now divide your own? Yeah, yeah. It will tell on you, and the growth will not simulate. because there is going to be crisis resolution in your business. So because the danger of it is that one of our leaders taught us, they say there is two type of business. Either you are building wheelbarrow business and automated business. You know, car is automated. It's hard. You just put your leg on pedal, it's going. But wheelbarrow, you push, where you leave it, you go leave. Until you come and push. Most of the business you are building here and there by yourself, they become wheelbarrow business. So today you are pushing the one in Badagry. Oh, this one in there. Hey, oh, this one you be running that scatter. You now look at the resources, the effort, and the output. It doesn't really worth something. Because if you really want to grow any business, there is what we call incubation time. If you have a dream of going to build business in Badagry, you must rent apartment in Badagry, stay there. The first time, minimum of 3 months, stay only there for 3 months. Minimum, oh, if anything happen in 3 months, it's miracle. I remember when I wanted to build business in Port Harcourt. I went there, I was looking for house. At that time, 2018, before coronavirus, 2018, yeah. Or 2019, I think, either of the two. I went there. One small room, no parking space, oh. 300 and something thousand. I spent 2 weeks there. On feeding alone, I already spent over 400,000. Port Harcourt. I was in hotel. And I asked myself, when I came back, and I asked myself one question. I say, I have team there, but they are baby team. How do I got them? When they send me for seminar, I've taught you that formula here. I used to prospect people ahead. That's how I register people. And that's okay. Since I have these people and they are struggling, let me go and develop them. And now they let me rent house and spend some time. When I look at the time I spend, and I look at the resources, and I look at what it still take if I must bring result out of it, I now ask myself that question. I say, if I carry this money, I put it in bank, and I say, okay, I want to spend it to build my business in Lagos. Using to make publicity, using to organize training. I say, between that Port Harcourt and Lagos, which one will go faster?
Lagos.
And I'll leave that business to fate. Okay, you have it. There was a lady there, very committed like that, trying all her best. But distance. I told myself, boy, it's either you are emotional or you are sincere. A service lazy can survive on her own. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I have that structure. The business die. No even smoke remain. No charcoal self.
To blow it.
The business already generated something like 4,000 PVO in a month, but there was no leader who can sustain it. I need to be going if I want that business to sustain. When I look at the cost and the cost and the cross, no, this is not the Golgotha I would like to carry my cross go. Doesn't mean it can't grow. It can grow, but that is why I'm teaching you having a system, because I know what it takes if I must grow that business in that Port Harcourt. I know what it takes. But the question is that, do I have the time? Am I ready? except if I just have a magician, someone who already loaded, join the business. That's the reason why some leaders say I travel to somewhere and I enter the person's group. Most of the time they just got a magician. But 90% of time, it doesn't go that way. Magicians are not many. There are very few magicians like us that is available. Just imagine, since the day you joined Kedi, there was no training, there was no something. How many of you will still remain in business? That's the way it is. There is a company training there, I introduced them there. But they couldn't survive. But that alone cannot sustain them. That's why I told you, training, come to training. Every training, you are supposed to gather your team together and do your own personal training if you want your business to grow. General training cannot grow anybody. Forget it. This thing I'm teaching you now, training in general training, still, you know, work now. The reason why it's difficult for two of you to skip now, because you know, say, eyes go be on you. You know. But if it's general training, I believe sometimes you know go come. Some of you might have stopped and give excuses. My house is far because there are so many. But you know, I invited you and I discussed with you that, okay, it's your team. I want to grow. I want to have a personal. So if you back out now, you know that you're already indicted. So whether you like it or not, you must come. You must make it work. And while we are doing it now, what happens is exposes you that you have a major challenge, which is what? Team building. So if it's general now, I won't know what is going on, what is happening to you, but now you can say, because if you don't have team building problem, your team, as your performance is showing, you are not supposed to be only 2. At least I should be seeing minimum of 10-15 people from your team. You can see now, because that is the same thing happen when you give commitment to those your downline. You will see their challenges, so you can be able to solve it for them. So there is a part of general and there's a part of personal. That is how to, from the personal, then you identify leaders that you are going to groom. You are not directly to me now. But when I started having some personal relationship is when I noticed you guys and I begin to bring you close. Irrespective of who is your upline, doesn't matter whether it's available or not. Could the same thing must happen to you. So there must be people in your team that you have personal commitment to. You discuss, you know everything that goes with their life on a daily basis. Because that is what will keep them in the business. To a point where they will not need you. If time is coming where you will not need me, I don't need to keep doing this thing. You will catch up with it and you'll pick up. So these are the things you need, and because this is the point of advert that your prospect or your new distributor will use to advertise for the program you want to come and do. So you can do some of them for free. This can be free. You can collect little money from this. You can collect little money from this. You can collect little money from this. You can do this one for free. So there's going to be free. Know your blood pressure status. Checking your blood pressure. Know your BMI. Is going to be free. While we are going to run glucose with little amounts. So this test, these 5 test equipment should be available. Then these are what you need, the material you need. Questionnaire, flyer, product display. Then this is equipment now. You can choose dressing code. Dress like you are going to party. So make it ceremonious. So the dressing code is dressed like you are going to party. As your team is growing, you need to begin to have some special dress. Okay, now you see that every year we sew clothes. If we have event now, say, okay, everybody, oh, this clothes we are wearing, you can bring your own, go in uniform. So these are spices. They are little things that make the business work. And don't let everybody just wear slippers. No, dress like you are going to party. Or your church clothes, wear your church clothes, come, so that people see you people in an elegant manner. It attract people to want to belong to an elegant environment. Even poor people want to look rich. But when nobody dress like slippers, so don't boo because they don't come from Ladipo market, or they don't come from my 12. Don't carry alaru there. Coming to your training, tattered and worn out. You are emitting imagery to the mind of your new people. So if I join you people, these are in Itoki.
When you said it, that's how you used to dress like
During your seminars, have you?
no, they used to come our area, so that's how they used to dress.
Who are those people?
The stadium now.
Okay.
People that is living in
Yes, yeah.
that's how they used to
They dress anyhow.
dress anyhow.
So you don't allow your program to dress anyhow because it's image you want to sell.
Yes.
Because the way you dress is the way you are addressed. So image you want to sell. The way it was. Doesn't matter whether you get everything I said. Just make sure you get something that you want to introduce again to the one you are doing before. That is all it takes. That little you introduce will show. When you get another little, add it, it will show. Just be intentional. And that is all it takes. Be intentional. Once you are intentional and you are getting this little, adding it to it, adding it to it, one day you just look back and see you have done so much. You have developed so much skills. You also be in a position sharing the skill the way I'm sharing it over the time. But when I started hearing it, that is also the way you look. God, which day am I going to reach this level? How am I going to learn this thing? Can I really learn it? Because you can't get everything done instantaneously, but the little. It doesn't matter if I am speaking 100, if it's only 5 and 10, just make sure that you do not remain where you were. Add something. Okay? So I believe I have learned something today.